Hi everybody, I'm just moving the chairs now out the way so I can show you the prams. And that's why, that's what I said I'd show you next, was the prams. So we do have Jack here, they're out at the moment, so I thought I could just get this video done now. Jack is my grandson, and okay, so what we do is we turn them all around. So the Caricots here are 1980s, and this is my yo-yo. This is the Yo-Yo 3. It was Baby Zen, wasn't it? It's a Stoke 3. So I just thought that I do kind of like comparison between them, all three of them, before I take the navy one back down to, no, not the navy one, the grey one back down to Hillside. So if I do it like that, there we go, just take a photo of those three together. So the one on the left, the grey, is a 1988 what they called transporter on wheels. No brand. No brand, but I believe it comes from either Boots or Mothercare. Now the frame might not be Mothercare, but I did think that the frames were Mothercare. But thinking about it now, they actually could be Boots frames. And they are both the same size frame on them. They are so basic to use, but I wanted to put them next to the Yo because the Yo is modern, small, compact pram. And back in the 80s, these were considered to be small, compact prams, these here on the left. So the one on the left, the grey one, is what I had in the late 80s for my eldest daughter. The one in the middle is a marmot that is in navy corduroy, and I showed that one in more detail and talked about where I got it and everything in the previous video to this, and I'll try and remember to link that in the description. If I haven't and you want to see that, please remind me. And that is believed to be from the 80s as well, from even though some people are saying they look 70s. I'm sure I had this, yes. Transporters came about because more and more people were getting cars, and so there were less need for the big bouncy prams in villages that people used. You had everything centered around in your village. You had the village shops, you had the grocer, the butcher, the baker, yes, probably the candlestick maker, and the hardware shop and the newsagents in villages. And so, you know, it was great to have those big bouncy prams. They lasted all weathers. You could pass them down in generations. And the big bouncy prams were perfect for those times. But then when the cars started, more and more people started having cars. Those prams were less practical to put in a car. And so more things came out. So you've seen my 1970s Syndico that I've had Frankie and Henry in recently. Frankie being the most recent. I showed you her in that. And that was another thing, because cars were small as well then when they came out. They went from big, massive cars down to small cars, and then big cars again. And then now we're back down to trying to get more and more people to have smaller cars again. Hence now, because then it was travel systems. So then we had travel systems that meant that you had a car seat. So you could just have the wheels and the car seat. And the carry cot you could put on and move it around from room to room. And I actually, in the carry cot there, I brought my daughter home from hospital lying in that carry cot with no restraints on her at all in the car. Yes, I did. You didn't need to even have a seatbelt back then. There were people bringing their babies back from hospital just sat in the front with them, because even that was considered safe as well. So you can see how things have changed. Like now we're on 2025, and that is the little Yo-Yo 3 right on the end there, which is a small, compact pram. I'll just turn them around now so we can look at them from the other way around. So this is original carry cot on the original wheels. This is original. The Marmot is not on its original wheels. So the wheel system, when Tracy brought it into me, I was like, oh, that wheel system's the same as my transporter. So Sharon, who had this before Tracy, felt it was better fit in these wheels. And so they came to me in those wheels. And they're so much more easier to just maneuver around. So all they do is they attach here. Your carry cot sort of like sits in this well here, and then just does up here on those straps. I'll bring you down so you can see. On these straps here, you just hook them around, and that's it. They literally just rest in there. So this has got a bit more pitting than this one here, which does happen. It's surface rust. So pitting is okay. You can do some work with that, and whether I do that or not, I don't know. It's up to me, isn't it, really? But they also fold down really, really nicely. This folds flat, this carry cot. I don't know about this one yet until I should have looked at it when I cleaned it, but I didn't. But so the navy one is a Marmot. It looks very nice, doesn't it? It's got a very nice interior as well. This one has a nice interior as well, but this is not waterproof. Although you had corduroy coats, corduroy handbags, this really isn't that waterproof, but the bit on the inside is, whereas this one here is waterproof. So we didn't have to have carry cot covers back then, but this one includes a carry cot cover. So I'll just show you that. So the rain just kind of like bounces off of it. It doesn't like seep in really. And this is just a plastic cover. And they're like this. This plastic cover here is from Mothercare. Now I don't know how old this is. I wonder if it tells you on the thing. I'll have a look in a second. This goes on here first. But I never used a cover. I never needed a cover. So to protect the corduroy. There you go, little fella. So they do all have babies in. This has Ethan. This has Rory. In there. Excuse me. And then in here is Emily. So whilst this fabric looks absolutely lovely on the I keep calling it Cassato, I don't on the Yo-Yo 3, you obviously need a rain cover, but look how low down it is as well. So another thing a lot of people used to say about these compared to the more taller, bouncier prams was how low down the children are to the exhaust fumes, to the road, to the splashing and everything of the road, which I guess you could argue is the same for this one. But I feel like this one is more for like when you go shopping in the city centre, which we didn't do a lot of back in the day. In these, because like I say, back in those times, there was still a lot of stuff in the village. Stuff was moving out of the village. Stuff was moving out of villages. But, and you were having more town centres, more towns were growing up then. And of course now, in the dying of the village, well now we're seeing that in towns, aren't we? That more towns are dying. I don't know what that was, a bit of something on the handle. But yeah, and the wheels are really thick and rubbery on here. And on these, they are plastic, I believe. Yeah, they are plastic. I don't know if I have a preference out of any of them. I like them all. I prefer the baskets. I prefer the baskets on the older ones. I mean, this basket on here, look how easy it is to get things underneath here with the big baskets. But under here, it is a real faff to try and get things underneath the baskets. But then you're not really doing a week's worth of shopping, whereas back in the day, we were doing weeks worth of shopping, and that's why we needed more space. And also your other child could lie underneath the bottom. I don't know so much about the trays on the bottom of these, how strong they are, but certainly on the big bouncy pushchair prams, one of my brothers he was 4 when one of my sisters was born, and he would definitely sit in the tray at the bottom because we lived in a village and everything was in the village. And they're so easy to dismantle as well, to take down. What I'm going to do is take down the grey one because that's the one that will be going down to Hillside, but it doesn't matter. I can do it really easily now and put it back up again. It makes no difference. But I just thought I'd just do this video just to show the differences. I'll show you the babies in them as well, of course, before I do that. The Yo-Yo is coming to the doll show with me on Sunday because it folds up really small, and that is my main reason for getting it. I haven't taken it up or down very much. I haven't put it in and out of the car very much, so I'm still new at wrestling it down. Getting it up is okay because it just unclicks, but it's so hard for my brain to get around how it collapses. They're certainly not as easy as the old prams, that's for sure. So I'm going to show you the babies in them next. I'm taking you off the tripod, so I'm sorry it's going to be a bit shaky. In here, like I said, we have Mr. Ethan. So can you see this is all vinyl, and then it clips up here. And it's the same, removing the hood as I did on the marmot when I cleaned the marmot. And then the apron hood, the apron there. And there he is. Little Mr. Ethan in there, snug as a bug. I mean, he would have a blanket and things on him, really. But I've just put him in there for that. I mean, he's plenty warm enough with this cardigan on. And then in here, so when you have the Casado, goodness me, when you have the yo-yo, it the hood attaches here on this clip. There we go. And it's more like a nest that this is in. So that's as far back as it goes. Can you see it's attached with a bit of elastic on here? And then it has this lovely snuggly cozy here. And then I put this in. It does have a nice padded backing, but I put this in here just because I just like it. She looks, to me, it just feels nice and soft for a baby. But the other thing with these is everything is so much more expensive. The cup holder is more expensive. You have to buy separately. I think it's the same with the eye candy, if I remember from my eye candy. But I do believe at least a rain cover came with my eye candy. This doesn't even come with a rain cover. And it's a different rain cover again for the newborn nest here than it is for the seat. So, yeah. So here is underneath how you can just, just pop stuff in. You've got plenty of room for your shopping here. You don't. But then I suppose more and more people have cars today, don't they? And so, but even if you go into the mall and you're getting a few pieces, it doesn't really fit a lot under there. It really doesn't. I think it is supposed to be a good size and it's pretty sturdy. But definitely not as good as those. So that's Emily. And then in here is Mr. Rory. I haven't even put a sheet in there. But that's Mr. Rory in there. Sorry, I was just going to try and take this off, but I won't. I'll take it off separately in a minute. And he's lying on a head hugger at the moment, blowing raspberries at everybody. But isn't this pretty inside? It's navy and white. Beautiful, isn't it? I'll take this off. Really impressed with the way it came up with the cleaning. So I used upholstery cleaner on it because it is corduroy. So it's, it is upholstery. That's what I used on it. I should think you could use the same on the yo-yo upholstery cleaner if you need to. But hopefully I won't need to very much because, yeah, I don't really want to have to put that in the wash and straighten it all out again. And I just find Sherpa, when it's been washed, doesn't always look as nice as when it's first new. So that's just me. That's just me. And this is really lovely to push because it has got swivel wheels, crash, crash, crash. But back in those days, we didn't have swivel wheels. They just went up and down. So you just got used to lifting up and moving. Lifting up and moving. You just got used to that. But also, look how much the wheels have withstood the test of time. The wheels are fantastic on both sets. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And then you just undo these. So carry cot was good. You could, and a selling point in the 80s for the carry cot was when your child was sleeping, you could move it room to room. So you didn't have to move a sleeping baby up to the crib upstairs because you could just carry the carry cot, which is what I did with my daughter. So you just clip them. They're not even clips, they're just, I don't know what they're called, but you just undo them. And then you just get hold of these and you just lift. So this was okay while your baby was a certain weight. But as they got bigger, it was like a car seat. It got heavier to move. But like I say, this carry cot here does go down. It does go flat, lie flat. So it's nice for me to store down hillside, down in my garden room. And then the wheels. So all you do for the wheels is just these things here on the side. Let me bring you down so you can see better if you're new to these. Can I lift you up a little bit? There we go, let's just put you there. Here, you've got one either side. So, put the brake on. Brake's easy as well. I don't think that my tray is the original tray. That might be the only difference. But it works. But anyway, all you do is you pull these up. You just release these. And then you pull this. And then you tip forward. Look at that. Ta-da! Now, guys, my regular viewers can all see why it takes me ages to put down any other pushchair on the planet, because I'm used to doing these easy peasy lemon squeezy ones. And then you just do the same when you pick it up. And I will pick it back up because I will put the carry cot back in it so I can take it down to hillside this evening. And get things out of the way a bit here. Push it back in, put that one back in there. Move that one out of the way. Just move you out the way there, Ethan, a minute. And then we'll bring over this one. So there is this one. So first of all, if you were, if you didn't have it in car seat mode, didn't have it in car seat mode, you'd have to get the baby out and get the baby in the car seat. I want to put the brake on. Okay. Ooh. Cup holder also has to come off, I think. I don't know. I haven't tried to fold it with a cup holder on. But let's remove the darling baby. Come on, precious. Yeah. You have to move your darling little baby first. There she is. And you put her in the car seat in the car. And then you can pack this up. And now I can't remember how to pack it up. It's so easy to undo. Do something with the handle, I think, first. Push the handle like that, or maybe it's, I don't know if it's handle first or this thing first. So what it's got underneath here is a thing that you have to press the button in and release. And then you do the handle. Something like that. There we go. I don't think that is it. It is down, but I think there must be an easier way of doing it. But that is it down. So it takes up minimal room. Look at that. So this is why we're taking it this weekend. It folds down. It's got the thick liner in there, the sheepskin liner, which is why this bit is sticking out, because it folds down quite nicely even with the sheepskin liner in. But just to unfold it is even easier because there's a clip. It's clipped here, so you just unclip it and lift the handle and then lift the pushchair. I think. Oh, we're not going to do it. Oh, the wheel's trapped. There we go. Oh, I got it out of the car. It did it. Perfect. Oh my gosh. I think that bit goes like that. Maybe I've got to get the handle knocked first. Maybe the handle. Oh my word, guys. Maybe we need to unclip it first. Fold it up first. Is anybody going to be buying one of these anytime soon? Not on Caroline's recommendation. Do you know, I got it out of the car this morning perfectly. And now I'm all hot and bothered. I got it out of the car perfectly this morning. Look at me, I'm all hot and bothered now. And my hair all done this morning. Now I'm just like, well, I took it out of the car and it was folded. Honestly, I did. Yes, I did, all right? I took it out of the car and it had been folded. Took it out and it just went up just like that. Get on camera. You see how out-of-breath I am? See how easy it is? Those other ones, transporters. Look, don't even go telling me it's a user error, okay? I'm gonna have to practice it a little bit. I still can't. I know it's got the, oh, where are you? There you are. It's got like the grippy thing underneath of it. And you have to like press the button in. You press, so most of them today are on the handle, like you press the button in, slip it across and it folds. This one is underneath the seat. So you press up the button, pull out the red bit, and I think it might collapse easier than this. No, because I did it perfectly fine this morning. Let's have a go again. Whew. You want to watch? I bet you want to watch me, don't you? So you can have another laugh, hey? If there's one thing that you're guaranteed to get with me, it is a good old laugh. Hey, absolutely, say. Absolutely, Caroline. See how easy these ones are? Right, this. So you put your baby in the car. Then you've got to push in the button, pull out, and it folds up like that. Right. And then, oh, and then you can tip that back. And then it's got a grip there. So you can grip that back over here. Oh. Bearing in mind, you know, mine is so new, I've hardly taken it out. I must be doing, oh gosh. There, it's on there again. Oh. This is the handle, see? See, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, I do still have my head. It might not sound like I still have my head, but I do, honestly, it's still here. So, let's try it again, shall we? I reckon. Are they meant to go that way? Is that meant to go? Why aren't you going that way then and the other one is? Maybe that's why. Maybe they're meant to go like that. I don't know. Oh my God, look, it's got a scratch there. Damn it. Right, so let's undo it then. So, no, not you, you're the brake. The grippy thing here, this here. See, the thing is, if you let it out onto the floor there, you're going to get that wet straight away. Say you're letting it out and it's pouring with rain. So, ungrip. There we go. There we go. Where's the handle? Where's the handle too? Oh, there. There's the handle, for God's sake, Caroline. And I'll be able to do it now, won't I? Yes, come on, girl. You can do it. You know you can do it. Then I'll forget. And I'll forget next week when I take it out. And we stood in the car park going, and somebody would come over and go, do you want some help with that? Yes, please. Right, that up. Let's try it again. Lift the button, pull out the thing, and go like that. It's got to be something to do with the wheels. Maybe you need the wheels on lock as well. Let's lock the wheels. Why is it so complicated? Where's the locker? Oh gosh, where's the lock? Oh, does it have a lock? I think this is something. There is a lock. Because me and Russell were looking at it. I'm sure there's a lock. Maybe there isn't a lock. It is bouncy, that's for sure. No, I don't think there is a lock actually. I don't know. Let's try it again. Oh. Okay, let's try it again. This is going to put a lot of people off buying it. Right, pushing the button. Pull out the red thing. It like that. And then fold the handle back like that. And then it should clip onto there. There it is, now it's clipped on. But am I ever going to remember that? Who blooming knows, eh? Who blooming knows? Can you see now why I prefer the other one? Can you see why I prefer the other one? Yes? Can you? Like the old-fashioned stuff. I mean, you know, okay guys, it could be a user error. So where is this? Here, you flip. See, that's why I did it when I got out of the car. It did work nice and easy. I'm just going to give it another go. Push in the button, pull out the thing. Oh, we heard that click then. Put that forward. Oh, I don't think it likes the wheels. I don't think it likes the wheels. Oh, that way. There we go. And then this comes back here this way. Oh my God. Okay, so in truth, okay. Oh. Annie over there. Who's that with Annie? Oh no, you haven't met that one yet. That's the one you haven't met yet. Unless you're a paying member of our channel, and then you will have. But you'll see her soon enough anyway, because I'll be taking her to the show on Sunday. Even though that is a real faff, it fits in my car really nicely. And it won't be such a faff if Caroline here could get in my head how quickly you do it. It's, you know, it's only just taken me like ages to get used to just the Joey where you press the button, pull the thing, push, and it collapses. It's very stiff, probably because it's very new. If I got Russ to put some WD-40 and stuff on it, I'd probably loosen bits up of it. But then I don't trust him to not get any on the fabric. So we won't be doing that either. But I just thought I'd show you the differences in those carry cots and why I love them so much. Because that is just the same mechanism that is on the Wayfarer as well. That's why I love them. Because they're so easy to do. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, if you're in a shopping mall, maybe different. But at least if was it pouring down with rain, right? And you have to get that in your car. It's pretty easy to get the bigger ones in the car, isn't it? Those two carry cots. But getting your baby out of there, getting your baby into the car. If you had her in the car seat, yes. Well, still a bit of a faff, but at least you'd still have her in the car seat and you're just moving from the car seat to the car. But then you've got to try and move that in the rain into the car. And we found this with the pram that Jack has, the Dofi, which I think is another really, really good pram. But then I fell in love with this one. So, but yeah, and in those lovely light fabrics that it's got on it as well. That's a special edition for the summer, I believe. And I do have another colour pack for the 6-month size. So also when you have it in the 6-month side, it's in the 6-month size for that one. It's another different way of using it. Carry cots, yes, once your baby starts sitting up and climbing over the side, they don't want to be in those carry cots. You've seen Jack in the marmot bouncing around, but remember he's over 2. So probably would have been up to 9 months, maybe. You would have had a harness on them as well. But I do really genuinely love it, and I will be keeping it. I do love it. And I guess the more I use it, like anything, isn't it, the more you get used to it. But it certainly gives me a sweat sorting it all out. Anyway, I hope you liked that little video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys, with my little Emily, my little pudding. She is the Sansa by Ping Lao, and she is newborn size, but she is the sculpt that I saw many years ago with my friend Sherry, who lives in Canada, and then it took me a long time to be able to find one that was available. And I've got her, and I love her. Yeah. Hey, we love you, don't we? Mwah. So she does have a bald head. That's how I wanted her. And she was painted by the Crazy Doll Woman on Instagram. And that is Amy Colson. Aren't you? Hey, yeah, you're so cute. So like I say, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.